because this is all comedy. Yes, this is all comedy. Always hit record, Kyle. Always, Alex. Always hit record. So what everybody just missed was me deciding if this was Moby Grapes or Moby Grapes. Moby or Moby?
What's big and purple and lives in the ocean?
Grimace, the Godzilla, the newest one that they just put in black and white. Gosh darn it. This is where I fail in comedy, is that when I need a reference, that I see it. I see the reference. I see exactly what I need to say. It's right fucking there. And I just forget it. I forget it. There's a plus. No, is it Godzilla plus minus? Was that the new movie?
I see. Yeah.
And I can't. It's right fucking there. It's Moby. It's Moppy. It's Moppy Grape. While I get this thing, I have this new. I'm not going to say what I have this new thing, but I got the info for this album up. Wayne, I can't believe we're doing it. You didn't want to do this one. You didn't want to do it.
I'm fine. I'm fine with it. I've come to terms with it. I'm all good. But anyway, what's big and purple and lives in the ocean was a joke, a kid's joke.
What do you mean?
And the answer was Moby Grape. And so it might be the only rock band named after a kid's joke.
Oh, this is the thing.
Yeah.
This isn't like just some bullshit. This is named after a thing.
Yeah, a joke, an old joke the kids used to tell. It's like, what's big and red and eats rocks? A big red rock eater. Why did the guy throw the clock out the window to watch time fly? Like, it's one of those level jokes. And that's what this band is. Moby Grape. Not Dick. Grape. Not Dick.
Well, so have you known about this band? I mean, I feel like I've heard about them for years, but I just don't.
Oh, they are they might be of this list. I don't have the whole list memorized, but it might be the most cautionary tale, great what ifs, all of that stuff. This band imploded in such a huge way so quickly and never recovered.
It's funny that you say that, because I'm reading right now that this record, which we're talking about, 67's Moby Grape, is it's nicknamed how did this band not become huge?
Yeah, that is the story of Moby Grape, and I hate to say it because 4 of these guys are still around and might be listening to this episode, but it is really like the cutthroat waters of big time record producing is just brutal.
Well, do you want to? Before we even dive into this, while I still get all my shit up and running, what do you got going on, buddy? This is the first one, a big one. Hold on, Alex, could you do me a favor and find out how many episodes Wayne did in 2025? How many episodes was Wayne?
Sorry,
Fetty Wap Federman.
Sorry to put you to work.
Okay.
I put him to work. He's in. Were you in DC, Alex?
No, I'm in Brooklyn.
You're in Brooklyn. Oh no shit. I was gonna say. I was like, I didn't know if you were in DC. He did though yesterday go down to the January 6th memorial. To
Ashley Babbitt.
Ashley Babbitt. Oh, good old Ash Bab. Oh
Ashley
my
Babbitt.
Lord. Hold on, I'm trying to pull this up. Wayne. So what do you got going on, dude? What's been,
this is the beginning of 2026, or do you call it 2026?
What do you call it?
2026, but I'm a weirdo.
2026. Okay.
The
2026. I like that. I like that. Okay. It's very like George Lucas first movie, THX 1000.
It's not 1000, but so this is what's going on. I'm going to Sundance with the movie.
Which one? The
documentary, the Bamford documentary. We're premiering it on opening night at Sundance.
She's excited about it.
Festival. Yeah,
she's excited. I just talked to her about it. She did an episode. She did Raw Power by the Stooges.
Really?
Yeah, I know. Isn't that crazy?
Tell me about.
You're fucking telling me, dude. I mean, sometimes we get these bookings, and I'm like, all right. She seems more like a Moby Grape.
Yeah.
But she wanted raw power. The most like driving in neutral comedian I've ever seen in my life. Just constant a glide, a nice glisten. Like you always say, like, hey, you want to ease into the bathtub like an old man. Like she just energetically is just so chill, but with that underlying energy of the neuroses that she has inside of her, which I mean we all do, but hers are like real prevalent. But she was fantastic. But yeah, she had mentioned that. Congrats to that. Oh, we all do.
So we're doing that. And then on top of that, if that wasn't enough, going to the Sundance Film Festival, the other documentary I did, the one I produced on Mel Brooks, is premiering on the 22nd of January.
Really?
On HBO, on home box office. And we're getting some preliminary reviews. So far, all good.
Good, thank God, because
thank God,
because it's going head to head with Primate, the movie, the monkey Cujo movie, which I'm telling you, I'm going to see Primate. I'm going. I don't give a fuck about Mel Brooks. I want to see the deaf guy from Coda, trying to sign to his kids, his beautiful children, because of course they're all Teen Vogue models at one point in their lives that somehow just happen to be the ones that get attacked. Why is it? Why in horror movies is everybody beautiful? We're the ugly people.
It's Hollywood. It's Hollywood, baby.
Yeah, but uglify it, and then you'd give a shit. Like I would give a shit if ugly people are being attacked, because you're like they got a good job. They've got.
Did you just on a sidebar? I'm a film bufferuno.
Sure.
Did you happen to see Breakdown 1975 on Netflix?
No, but I've seen the square. Like I've seen the thing. What is it?
It's just it's a weird documentary that posits the question or the statement that 1975 is the most important year in the history of Hollywood. But that's not why I'm talking about it. I don't think they totally make their case, but
75. Whoa, hold on for a second. I got to watch this, and we need to discuss this 3 weeks from now when you come back for another album that we couldn't find anybody for.
It's 9 times into 2025.
9 times.
Number nine.
Number.
The
now
White Album.
It's time for Federman.
Thank you for the research. Thank you for the research.
9 times.
Number 9
times.
So anyway, what was interesting about the documentary, outside of them, I feel like not completing their mission statement, but still fun to watch movies from that era, but was that Jeff Goldblum, who's in Wicked Part 2, is in 2 of those movies from that era. And it's just what a career. Like he's the only one, like he's currently in movies, and he was in 2 of those movies from that era. Nashville, and then a movie called oh my God, it's the Charles Bronson movie. What's the famous revenge movie?
Oh, Death Wish.
Death Wish. Have you ever seen Death Wish?
I mean, come on, dude. What do you think?
No, I don't know.
I've never seen it. I saw the VHS. Like,
this is why I'm bringing it up. So Jeff Goldblum, who's the goofy, lovable, plays a scientist, the awkward guy, the jazz dude, the skinny dude, who does apartments.com commercials. Jeff Goldblum.
Oh my God, of course. Yeah. He's this girl I was like hooking up with recently when we were watching like the Critics' Choice Awards for a second. And he popped in, and I mean, she saturated how attracted she was to this guy. And it's like, all right, dude, chill out.
Of course.
He was in The Fly. Yeah, dude. In The Fly. That's The Fly. And can we be honest? The Fly and I would say first Jurassic Park, second as well, the most attractive Jeff Goldblum. But I still say,
The Fly.
The Fly. I mean, even when he kind of changed into Brundlefly, I was like, all right,
Sidebar of sidebar. Will you allow it? Double sidebar.
Please. You're allowed. Good.
The Fly from 1986, I believe, produced by Bringing It All Home, Mel Brooks.
Oh, wait, it wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a Brooks Films. And
Interesting. Why did he buy the rights from the 50s movie or the 60s movie or
I
no?
don't know. I know he wanted to produce movies and he didn't want to have his name on it, even though Brooks Films, doesn't take a scientist or Magellan to figure out what we're talking about here. So he did that one. Obviously, he did The Elephant Man, like really serious movies.
I know
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Okay, that's the sidebar of the sidebar. But
I love that.
Back to the original Goldblum.
Yeah.
In Death Wish, and this is going to blow your mind.
Take me
Again,
there.
attractive, cute, awkward. He plays. I can't remember the character's name. It's something like tough guy number 3 or something. It's even worse. Or freak number 3. Freak 3. He plays a brutal rapist in this movie. Like literally breaks into a house, terrorizes a mom and her daughter, anally rapes them, like on camera. It is one of the wildest turns of events for a guy who ends up being this dude.
He shops at where I buy all my jeans, Schaefer's Garment Hotel, which is like, he was the one that brought Conan O'Brien there. And they talk about it in this one interview. I forget where it was.
Mm-hmm. These designers, give me a price range of what a jeans will cost, because I've never spent
from
more
Schaefer's?
than $80.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
just give me a range. Just give me.
It's raw. All right, so it's raw Japanese denim. I would say upwards. When I first bought them, they were $275. Now, through inflation and through, I think, just market value, because he started doing it at more expensive boutiques like Saks, and I think he was doing Barney's for a while. I'd say they're upwards of like high 3s, mid to low high 3s, 4s.
That's what I
thought. Some upwards 5 and 6
for a single pair of jeans.
Single pair that you'll have forever. You'll have forever, as long as you can maintain them, and it's that whole like
you have
that
to
whole
dry, because you have to do any kind of.
No, you barely wash them. If you wash them, you wash them while wearing them. You go in the shower and you scrub them down, and then you hang dry them inside out. You never dry them. You wait as long as you can to wash them, because then the lines that you'll get from wearing them will start coming out. Like I have one pair I've never washed.
I've never heard of it. I've never washed one piece of clothes
in the shower.
I've never even heard of it. I have something called a washing machine, where you throw it in, you put in some detergent, put in like a softener, and you're off. You don't use those? You don't use washing machines?
I do. So first of all, I don't do my laundry anymore. I have these Chinese people that live down the street, and they do everything. It's a fluff and fold. It is, because my time is more valuable than going down and doing that. I'd rather work.
I mean, I have a washer in my house.
If I had that, I wouldn't do this, because it is a waste of money. And I mean, with what I've spent on laundry so far, I could have a washer. Do it by the
pound? Do they do it by the pound?
They do. I don't know. I think so. But it's like
that's very New York. That's usually
once a month. It's about $100. Because I have to do a lot of shit hang dry, because all my t-shirts. That's my problem, is the t-shirts. If I didn't do the t-shirts, then if I didn't have to hang dry the t-shirts, I would be like,
I got you.
I'd be dialed in.
All right, but let's get to Moby Grape. First of all, great sidebars already. But when you see Death Wish and you see Jeff Goldblum as freak number 2 or 3, I can't remember. It's wild.
He's also in Annie Hall. Remember, he's the guy on the phone that says, I forgot my mantra.
Yeah.
And Sigourney Weaver is the girl at the end that he meets with Annie Hall when they go to see The Sorrow and the Pity. We can't talk about that anymore, because now, he's bad. He's a bad dude, even though he was important to all Jews in the.
He's my favorite. he was my favorite.
I mean, we all went to the midnight screening of Deconstructing Harry. We all were there. We all there at the ArcLight, seeing it in IMAX 3D. Crimes and Misdemeanors. That's like the Jewish Avatar, the new Woody Allen movie coming out. We're lining up at the ArcLight. It's in VistaVision.
It's bad.
Well, I'm so glad you're here, and
thank you for inviting me. What was my initial response when you pitched?
Let me take a look. Let me see what you wrote.
Two words.
on. Ooh, we might have somebody for Janice Joplin.
Yes. Judd?
Oh, fuck. I didn't even. Is he a huge Joplin fan?
Not only, well, he's a huge music fan, but
Hold
his
on.
grandfather was a
on.
record producer and produced her first album
Before
the breakout album, before Big Brother.
Hold up. All right, you might have cracked the code. Hold on, dude. Hold on, Judd. Hey, bud, are you a fan of Janice? Hold on, this is it. I'm gonna say Wayne Federman said. Hold on, Joplin.
Just say Fetty.
You're a fan of Janice Joplin, Pearl. Fetty is on the pod now and mentioned your name. So blame him
And
for
grandfather.
They mentioned your name and grandfather. All right. Well, this is what's funny is this episode comes out after that. So blame. Okay. Hold on. Let's see what he says. Let me know. We need a guest. Booyah. All right, there you go. Boom. That's sent. God bless. All right. He's like, he doesn't blame you. Okay. But he likes, I mean, I get along. Judd's done the show a few times. So check in. So now when this episode's out, we'll know who the guest is. And so the people, if it is Judd, then you see the moment we figured out to book him. If it's not Judd and it's Rosebud Baker, who is the girl, who is a homie who sang it and blah, blah, blah. I might have them both on. Fuck it. You know, I probably not. If it's Judd, I'm just sticking with Judd.
Why? Rosebud's having a moment. She's really good.
Sure, but I mean,
I know. I'm just saying.
It's Judd, dude.
Yeah,
it's Judd. It is fucking Judd, and you know, I mean, look.
Say anymore. You don't have to say anymore.
Here's the deal.
You're saying
one is. I'm trying to think of who is like the Moby Grape contemporary that really blew up, and then who is the one who's Moby Grape? Because Moby,
this is what I would say, and I know we spoke about this band before, but it's a little like Jellyfish.
Ooh.
It's a little like, although I think Jellyfish's albums were more popular than Moby.
Hold on. Let me say this. So if you don't know why we're talking about Jellyfish right now, ladies and gentlemen, subscribe to the Patreon. We need to start doing Master Fleece again. But on one of the first episodes of Master Fleece, me, Fetty Wap, and DJ Morty Coyle talked about the records we felt should be on the 500 greatest albums list that aren't on there. I picked, I'm not even going to say it, Tears for Fears, Songs from the Big Chair. I forget what Morty did, but I'm assuming it was long and winded.
No. Wasn't it the Monkees?
Oh, yeah. Well, gee, good memory. Good fucking memory. Yeah, but you picked Jellyfish, which you're the second or third guy that I know that is like not obsessed, but loves Jellyfish.
You love that band.
Yeah.
But I also love drummers that sing. So that's a weird part of me.
Is that true? You're a huge Phil Collins fan. And then I'm on the land of confusion.
But I do. I just always liked it. You know, Mickey Dolenz used to. You don't like drummers who sing?
No, I hate that.
What about Don Henley? What about Karen Carpenter?
It just looks weird.
I love it.
I like a front man to move around and fucking just rock and like point and kick like the air.
Okay, I get that.
They're restricted. They're restricted.
Yeah, they're on something called not a seat, a throne. That's what that's called, the drum throne.
Interesting. Okay,
so now we very much of the monarchy in drummers.
I love that. I love that you love that. Does Moby Grape have a drummer on a?
I mean, the drummer does. Everyone sings in this band, so but I wouldn't say it's their lead singer. No.
So this is kind of what I mean. I could take it, but I also find
this a little bit.
I mean, because we were talking about like you might actually be perfect for this, by the way. Dude, you're one of the most respected comedians out there. Everybody knows who you are. You know, you're comics know who you are. You're famous, not in the famous way that like aunts know you.
Nobody
but you're
knows.
famous. You are very famous, you know, and the people that respect you respect the shit out of you.
Yeah.
What have you done? Curb, fucking Larry Sanders. I go on and on.
Those are the two best.
Real story though is
Oh, and I
quietly,
would also say Legally Blonde. Is my other-
yes, legally the
Step
what we do in,
Brothers.
Step Brothers, what we do in
40-year-old
the shadows.
version.
Yes, I
What
keep
we do in
going.
the Community. Do we need to keep going? We don't have to.
Family Ties, Growing
L.A.
Pains.
Law.
Alf. You played Alf.
I know you're doing like these jokey, like old 90s shows, but I am on a few of them.
I know.
I am on A Different World. I am on Living Single.
You're on Living Single, A Different World. Martin.
All right, let's stop.
But
I'm not
then
on Martin.
no, I know you are, but you know, but you auditioned for Martin.
I was
for
in the
sure.
I was in the running.
To play Martin. But that's what makes you perfect, because
Thank
you're
you.
doing it. You've been doing it right for decades, and what makes you so perfect is the person to talk about Moby Grape, because Moby Grape is the band that I have read where musicians go, "Wow, this album rules. Who the fuck is this? Like, who is this? Why do we not know more about?" It's like, dude, it's too smart, it's too tight, too many ideas, but zero interest, just like your career. I'm sorry, I'm kidding. I'm
It's a
so sorry.
perfect metaphor for my career. I love it. You know, there's also the lead guy that the band was built around. He ended up having like a psychotic break and tried to kill other members of the band with an axe. Not just like, oh, I'm running after you, like Jack Nicholson's Shining style.
What?
Yep. Skip
Like-
Spence was his name. He's the only one that's passed away, but he has a son, and I don't want to. Yeah,
No.
obviously he had some mental problems, but also this was the era of like, we're going to take acid and we're going to luxuriate in it.
Okay.
And sometimes people, you know, who are may already their brain chemistry might be a little, it can really mess with you.
So all right. So this is a, I mean, is this a psychedelic band? Is this a
Great question.
60s? Because I mean, this
They
came out in
are
67.
they couldn't be more in the Quicksilver Messenger Service. Remember, old buddies?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They
Friends
couldn't be
with Professor Longhair, dude. An
Yeah.
offshoot of Grigri.
So they couldn't be more in that scene. However,
Please.
and hopefully you had time to listen to the record. It's
did.
not a psychedelic jam band record at all.
At all.
It's like a
Nope.
little, every song is like 2.5 minutes, except for their final songs. They do a little nod. So they were more of a singles band, and which was different than what was going on in that scene. But they were right there in that scene. They were signed in San Francisco. They were in that whole world of the ballrooms. You know, San Francisco scene had these 2, maybe 3 ballrooms. The biggest was called the Fillmore,
Yeah.
and then the Avalon. These were big ballrooms where they would do these rock shows. I'm sure you've seen footage with the weird strobe lights, colorful, weird color lights
yeah.
behind them. And it wasn't, they were like dance halls. So kids would dance, not with each other, like jitterbug style, but just like hippie, I'm friggin' dancing. I'm loving it.
Yeah.
It was a real scene. The ballroom dance scene in San Francisco from 66 to 68 was wild, and produced so many of these things. Big Brother, obviously, Jefferson Airplane, Grateful Dead. We've talked about this ad nauseum about this scene, but Moby Grape is the band. There was a bidding war between record companies to sign these guys. I feel like the roots of their downfall was signing with Columbia as opposed to Atlantic. I really feel like they weren't recorded as well as they should have been, but that's my own opinion. If any of those dudes are listening, I'd love to hear your opinion as well. And
So
they also had a shyster manager. So
all right. So they signed with Columbia, and you're saying
Yeah.
they should have signed with Atlantic?
I just when I listen to this record and I listen to the way like the drums are recorded, I just feel like they needed like a Tom Dowd. Like I just feel like they needed a little more heaviness in the recordings of it.
Interesting.
And
What,
that's just my take. When you listen, especially the snare, and I like this band. I like this album a lot. But
oh wow.
but not, but you needed to sound like Hendrix and Cream. You know what I mean? You really needed a little more oomph, in my opinion. For as good a guitar band as this was, and they were excellent, but they had a shyster manager named Matthew Cates, spelled Katz. You want to say Cats, but it's Cates. And he kind of ripped them off and stole the name of the band and stole their publishing, and he eventually gets fired. It's just a mess. Like, that's what I like about comedy. Like, we're our own rugged individual. I have to deal with these guys.
Oh man, it's really just Matt, it looks like,
yes, Matt Cates.
According to band member Peter Lewis.
Oh, Peter Lewis. Yeah, that's Loretta Young's kid. Yeah, he's one of the guitar players, not the lead guitar player.
He said Matthew brought the spirit of conflict into the band. He didn't want it to be an equal partnership.
Can we just stop with that statement? The spirit of conflict. What are we bringing into the band? Spirit of conflict.
I mean, which is a great name for a song or an album. I mean,
it
is the spirit of conflict.
Oh my God.
He brought the spirit of conflict into the band. He didn't want to be an equal partnership. He wanted it all.
Matt Cates.
Because it says various group members were indebted to him. So they start in 1967 when they all meet. He's paying all their rents. Their living costs prior to the release of the group's album. Yeah. So I see what he did. So he got them, he gave them a comfy life while they recorded the record and said, I'll put up all the money. And realistically, he was just like, oh, I'm going to take all. But
I only took the publishing, took the name of the band. He owned the name Moby Grape.
Who is this guy? He was the manager of Jefferson Airplane.
Yeah.
Moby Grape and A Beautiful Day. It's a Beautiful Day.
Yeah, the Jefferson Airplane. That's how I believe how he met Skip Spence, who is like the main guy. Also, ex Jefferson Airplane. I think he plays drums on Jefferson Airplane Takes Off. And Spence and him let's do a band together. And Spence goes a little nutty, and Matt.
You say that multiple times now. Skip Spence, he's gay. He says it would soon be institutionalized.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is like.
I know. It's almost like a movie. I feel like
why don't more people know about this? All right, so take us all through. How does this band go from,
Well, let me tell you another thing that happened with this band.
Okay, go ahead.
They record this album, which is all of their rockin' songs that are like turning people's heads in San Francisco and like, oh my God, these are like the Buffalo Springfield of San Francisco. These guys are incredible. 3 guitars. They're rocking out. They're tight as a drum. They're like everyone can sing in the band. The bass
harmonies. Yeah, they got 3 singers, 3 songwriters, punchy songs.
All of it. They got the whole thing. They got the look.
And let me just say this from what I know from doing this podcast. All these songs are short and easy to digest, whereas everything else is long and noodling around and like
no noodling.
Yeah, they're the opposite of Grateful Dead. They're like the what do you call it? Oh God, see, this is what I was talking about earlier, where I've got the perfect thing. Cliff notes they're the Cliff Notes of the Grateful Dead.
Oh yeah. And they had the look, they all looked good. It was just like they had great energy. Those shows were, again, it was a bidding war for their services. And Columbia got them and messed it up. Let me tell you how Columbia messed it up in a big way, besides, in my opinion, the recording.
Tell me.
They also had some bad luck. Their album came out 6 days after Sgt. Pepper's was released. This is June 1976.
That'll
This
do it.
is what was called the Summer of Love. I don't know if
That'll
you've heard
do
that
it.
expression. Yeah.
I have.
So they're a little swamped by what's going on with that band, the Ford lads from Liverpool. And they Columbia, for some bizarre reason, are so hyped on Moby Grape that they release, along with the album, 5 singles from the album on the same day. So on the same day the album comes out, you could buy 10 of the 13 tracks as singles. Because there's 5 records, there's 2 sides to each single. It was bizarre. It was a mistake. And so they never had a hit single. And that's what would, say what you want about Jefferson Airplane. They had hit singles.
Well, they had, we did one of the records that had White Rabbit, Somebody to Love. I mean, what would have been
that's how you build a career.
But what would have been the single off this record, though?
What was the big single? I mean, the only one I think it was called Omaha. Omaha was the big hit, and that went to 88 or something out of 100 on the Billboard. So they let's just say you're a DJ. It's the Summer of Love. You're getting hundreds of records every week, and then suddenly Columbia's A&R dude or whatever comes around and here's 5 singles. What would they play? What would they even play on the radio? So that, and I will say the album did pretty well. It went to 24, which is, to me, a moderate hit for an album.
Yeah, I mean, it's not it's not buried in the hundreds. Plus,
no, it's not buried in the hundreds. So it's
good reviews.
It's not that again, and it got good reviews, and now it's held in this esteem. I think part of the reason it's held in such high esteem is because the fracturing of the band before the next album, and then that came out, and that was disappointing, and then the band broke up, and they got back together, and they never. Just the moment it passed, the San Francisco era had passed, and now suddenly, we got the friggin' Eagles happening down in California, and so it's a heartbreaking kind of story, although. How many hundreds of thousands of musicians would dream of having a record deal? Most people never get recorded. So I don't know. It's hard to.
So when did it fracture? When did it really start fracturing? Is that guy losing his mind while they're doing this?
That was part of it. That was part of it. And also their second album, because the first one only went to 24 and they didn't have any hit singles. Their second album was a little more orchestrated and less of a straight rock and roll band album because of the influence of Sgt. Pepper's on the whole record industry. Of look, there's trumpets and violins and all this stuff that's happening. And then they felt like it doesn't even sound like us. And then another guy had a little nervous breakdown, and it was just a rudderless ship that. Look, they toured and stuff for years, but they weren't even in the meantime, all of these other bands from San Francisco are taking off, Santana and our old buddy Steve Miller, my first thing I ever did with you, so Janice Joplin, that whole scene, by the way, they did play at your buddy Otis Redding's Breakout Festival.
The Monterey Pop.
Yeah. They did play there. So, but here's the deal. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Their manager demanded from D.A. Pennebaker, the filmmaker who was doing the film, $1 million to film his band. And they were like, $1 million? The whole budget is $300,000. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like a little independent filmmaker. What do you think? And so he wouldn't give him permission to film them for the movie. So they're not in the movie. Whereas Janice Joplin, this makes her career. There's Otis Redding, Otis obviously dies a few months later. And then obviously the famous Jimi Hendrix, burning up his guitar and the Who. And it's it's a number of near misses.
It's everything. It's dude, this is the epitome of zigged when you should have zagged. Every fucking,
Yeah.
You couldn't have come out at a better time. You literally, I mean, you
That's
could have
why they
been
want
up
it,
there
yeah.
with like, you could have been up there with fucking Surrealistic Pillow, with Are You Experienced, with Sergeant Pepper, all coming out around the same time. You know, it's.
And they did get, I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's another side to it that's also that like their songs are good. I think their songs are great. Their songs are good. And the album is really good. And it's fun to listen to. And I hadn't listened to it in a while. And it was fun re-listening to it over the last couple of days as I prepped for this thing. But I don't know if their songs are great.
I wouldn't say they're great. I'd say it's a good listen, but I don't think
They are.
anything.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. And I apologize to the guys if they're listening to this podcast. But
we like the record, guys. Listen, it's Jerry, Skip. Skip's dead, right?
Yeah.
Skip's dead. Jerry, Peter, Bob, and Don.
Yeah, Don, he's the drummer.
Fucking not you.
Not you guys. You guys.
No. Who's the bad guy again? Mark?
Mr. Cates.
Mr. Cates. You can go fuck yourself, Mr. Cates. $1 million? $1 million. Jesus Christ.
It was just, I think he was trying to negotiate with him. You know what I mean? And it was like, don't even bother.
Why did he come out as high like Dr. Evil from Austin Powers?
Exactly.
I'll do it for a billion trillion. It's like, all right, dude.
And they were, believe me, they were on Saturday night show, not the Saturday afternoon show at Monterey. They had, you know, they were on first, which was maybe not the best spot, but still, you're on. So I don't know. You know, I describe them as a hippie power pop rock band. Like they were really, really fun. And especially if I can compliment one guy in the band, I'd like to talk to Jerry Miller. He's the lead guitar player.
What do you
thought Jerry Miller's leads are it's a showcase really for him. He's just really incredible. Oh, did we talk about the album cover yet? Did we mention
I haven't even looked at it. No, what is the album cover? Hold on.
Oh, the album cover is very controversial.
Why? It's just the five of them sitting.
Okay, look at Don Stevenson. He's the drummer. He's holding the washboard.
Okay, I see it. Oh, he's giving the finger.
Yeah. That's why it's controversial.
Why is he giving the finger?
I don't know.
This is like the Billy Ripken fuckface baseball card. This is the equivalent of the Billy Ripken fuckface card.
Yeah. So it is. So they had to airbrush out that finger on some copies. I don't know. Is there a flag behind them, or is it a red flag? Like
there's a red flag in
that's an American flag that had to be recolored red, and then people thought that meant communism, so then it was recolored black, and then it went back to the original. I mean, it's just, to tell you the truth, and again, to these guys, if you're listening, I feel like this band was snake bit from the start.
Just like bad juju. Like this, like the album was recorded, or they decided the diner where they decided to be a band was built on an Indian burial ground.
One of the
poltergeist.
One of those things. How many things can go wrong on a band that's so highly touted?
I mean, what other bands have fucking buffaloed the way that they buffaloed?
I don't know. I mean, I'd like to look at that top 500 albums, but this has got to be one of them. I mean, it's a lot of bands are just like creative moment. Didn't we do Lou Reed and Nico or something like that?
We haven't done that yet. No, we did White Hot White Noise.
That's what it was.
Yeah,
White
we did that one.
Yeah. So they had a couple. I don't know.
But hold on, wait. Are you trying to say that they're the equivalent of the Velvet Underground? Because that's
no. Because the Velvet Underground are extremely influential band, as well as capturing a moment of New York art scene, downtown art scene. No, this is again, all I can say is I love what you said about the Indian burial ground, or so like it is just one. How many bands? Almost every band is breaking up all the time. Like that's just the nature of these bands.
Sure.
But to have one guy go after another guy with an axe,
because we listen, the tracks, we can go through the tracks. Who gives a shit about the tracks? You've done this enough. Tell us about Why isn't there a documentary about this? If this is so shit-face crazy, then why aren't we?
You know, again, I don't know where the rights of these musics is. I don't know
You
if
and
this
Judd.
situation with Mr. Cates' offspring have it. I don't, he was fired as the manager, but I don't know if he still had the rights to them, and they
You
don't.
and Judd. You and Judd. You guys are kicking out docs. You're giving a doc to fucking everybody.
I know, I have to say, but if you think about it, they're really like that San Francisco. If anyone does a doc about the San Francisco psychedelic scene of the 60s with Bill Graham and the other guy, there was another
Jimmy the Superfly Snuka.
No, there was another
Who was
promoter.
it? Oh,
No, I can't think of his name. He's from Texas. He was the one that brought Janice Joplin to San Francisco. Anyway, about those two guys and the scene and like these old ballrooms that were recreated and reimagined as just these dens of pot and images and music and then beads and hashish. It's just LSD. They would be part of it. They would definitely be part of it, but not like the Grateful Dead. A mega. Grateful Dead is one of the most iconic bands in this. Not like Jefferson Airplane or Steve Miller Band or Santana or who was I just thinking of? Who's out of that scene a little bit, although not in the psychedelica. But played those ballrooms was I just saw his documentary. Oh my God.
Jeff Buckley?
No, black guy, like soul. Oh my God. All right, I'll think of
Al
his
Green.
name. No, like a
Wilson Pickett.
Like a funk
band.
Sly
Stone.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah, I was like thinking to myself, what? Recently,
recently, I think Sly just recently passed away. Also,
he did just pass away.
But guess what? All of those Sly Stone. I mean, I guess Grateful Dead is the exception, but Sly Stone had huge hits, and they just weren't able to pull hits off of these records, and and again, it wasn't Hendrix. It wasn't Joplin. It wasn't like, oh my God, this is a once in a lifetime talent. It was just like a really tight band. They kind of remind me a little of like the Eagles a little bit without the discipline. That's all. Like, the Eagles were also a multi-guitar band, or, they had finger picking. There's some country music in it. Maybe the later, I don't know if Eagles is even right, because Eagles are such a monster. Just monster.
I mean, they're as big as shit. I mean, they got Steely Dan open for them at Madison Square Garden.
They do?
I saw that show.
Oh, I saw them at the Sphere. I told you, right?
Oh God, listen. I'm not gonna sit here. Yeah, how was it? First of all, let me say that
9.5 out of 10. Like, I think they're a perfect band to play the Sphere, and let me tell you why. Because they don't improvise one note of music.
They don't move.
It is
they
literally
don't fucking move.
It is literally like dropping a needle onto the CD or whatever the expression is, and letting it. And it's exactly like that. Unfortunately, there's a lot of controversy now about Don Henley maybe lip syncing some of his vocals, but I didn't care at all. It was so they can sync up those videos to the songs, like to the beat, to the microsecond. And it was extremely entertaining.
I love that. I just, I think it's like a band like that would be good for the Sphere, because you don't need to look at the band who's just sitting there. You can look at the ceiling and just be like, oh, and it's great music too. It's like you could take mushrooms and it's not like scary. It's like good. It's like good. I mean, because that was the thing. Morty was the one. I was like, should I go see him? And he was like, oh my God, yes. He goes, watch what happens. You'll go there. And even if you think you don't know a song, you don't know enough of their songs, you'll hear a song. Go, I know that. I know that.
Right.
I know all of it. Not like Moby Grape, where I'd go to the show and be like, I don't know any of this shit, because because it sounds like Mark Spitz, their manager, or Katz.
Cates is how you pronounce it.
Mark Cates.
Yeah, I know. I hopefully he's not Jewish, but I have a hunch
He's
is.
100% Jewish.
100%
Come on, dude. What are you talking about? You know, they didn't have a Jew. They would have been successful. He was one of the bad ones. He was one of the bad ones. He was one of the ones that the far right talks about, like the Nazis.
Madoff. Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
the Nazi Jews, like they love this kind of Jew because it fills every stereotype ever. That's what they love. So yeah, dude, this is crazy.
I'm just trying to think, like, what was Columbia thinking releasing 5 singles the same day as the album? Like, that was just some stupidity.
Is there
Maybe,
is there a way
at
we
one
can
point,
find
the
out?
Beatles did have 5 singles as the top 5 songs, but those didn't come out the same day.
No. It's just it really is odd.
It is odd.
I
It
just
is
don't
fun talking about them, though.
I mean, this is what you wish for on the 500, man. This is the kind of, it's not just the record's fine. Let's talk about this song. Let's talk about that song. This is what's more interesting about this band is why the fuck are they on? This is because it's not Big Star where you're like, okay, they're on here and okay, they just didn't catch. Like they just didn't catch. They didn't do anything wrong per se. They just didn't catch. But what they did do was influence a shitload of people, REM and I mean Jeff Buckley, whatever. You can go on and on and on. The Replacements. You could go on and on about what they did. This is a fucking mystery band. This is like
I think what do you call it? I think Springsteen covers Omaha live every once in a while. Does one of their songs, and I think once in a while you hear like "Hey Grandma" pops up on a soundtrack or something of a movie. That's to me their most catchy song, that shuffle blues thing that kicks off the album. But no, for the most part, no. It's and that they're based on a joke. Like the band is based on the punchline of a kid's joke.
It really is. Hold on. I'm trying to ask the internet something right now.
Yeah, what does the internet say? Hold
on, I'm trying to going nuts. I'm just asking the internet a question so I can find out.
Okay.
Skip Spence didn't lose his mind all at once. It was a slow collision of untreated mental illness, heavy psychedelic drug use. Yep. Sid Barrett, whose birthday was just 2 days ago or yesterday, maybe. Sudden fame pressure. There you go. We've all done that.
But I haven't experienced sudden fame pressure, but I would love to someday see how that affects me mentally. Say it again. Sudden fame pressure.
Sudden fame pressure.
Is that in the DSM?
It's medical.
Diagnosable.
Paranoia.
Mm-hmm.
But the warning signs, it says the warning signs were very public and very scary. Most biographers and bandmates agree Skip Spence was likely suffering from schizophrenia, schizoaffective disorder.
Schizophrenia.
They call it schizophrenia.
Schizophrenia.
Exacerbated, like I said, from the LSD use. This happened to a friend, dude. This happened to a friend where she had she was borderline or bipolar, and then she was doing a bunch of Molly, and it fucking threw her into a fucking psychosis, and she had a full breakdown. So it says early signs before the break were increased paranoia. This is what people noticed. Withdrawal and silence, long stretches, sudden manic, grandiose behavior. We're going to be the biggest band. We should release 5 singles. 5.
How about just 2? How about 2?
5.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, he's really paranoid about it. We released 2.
Yeah. What are you trying to undermine us?
And then he said,
people.
Yeah. He said the belief that people are plotting against him. He was right.
He was
Mark Spitz. Mark Spitz.
We're calling him Mark Spitz. I love it.
Wait, who's Mark
Manager
Spitz?
Mark Spitz. Yeah.
He's the pool guy, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Okay. I know him. That's close. All right. Bandmates said that he drift between being sweet and gentle, and then convinced some was out to get him. Mark Spitz. The axe incident. Here we go. All right. Let's get to the nitty fucking gritty. So This is something. This is when you realize something is very wrong. I love that the internet.
This was
found
a
this
little, yeah. It didn't happen all at once. There were little indications. One of them was he took an axe to his bandmate, and then it was paranoid. Sometimes he was silent.
Sometimes he would withdraw.
He would
he would isolate.
Little things, yeah.
He would isolate.
Little isolated incidents.
That's where they really figured it out, the isolation. But the axe, they were like, typical Skip.
He seems quiet. He seems quiet today.
He says, because running at him.
Skip's a friend.
All jamming and no play makes Skip a bad boy. What is it? All right. While Moby Grape was recording the second follow-up. By
the way, the name of that album is called Wow. Yeah.
Wow. Grape Jam.
Yeah.
Also known as Grape Jam.
No. Grape Jam is another. If I'm not mistaken, it was a double. It was Wow was the album, and Grape Jam was them live.
Perfect.
You got it. I believe that's how it worked.
Skip became convinced the producer, David Robinson,
yes. Yeah.
Played for Navy center, won 2 championships with the Spurs, David Robinson.
Yeah.
Him and
Hall of Fame, top 75. Yeah.
That's what they used to call David Robinson, because he used to go a bunch of fucking massage parlors while he was studying overseas in the Navy. He's convinced that David Robinson was part of a conspiracy. One night he showed up at the producer's house with a fire axe.
Oh.
It didn't hurt anyone, but the intent was serious enough that police were called. Skip was arrested, and he was committed. Oh my God. Could he be committed to a bigger psychiatric ward? Bellevue Hospital.
That's the Bellevue is the Bellevue of mental hospitals.
It's the Michael Jordan. It's the Bellevue.
Yeah.
It is the David Robinson.
It is the Michael Jordan of mental hospitals. There's no doubt about it.
And that was the breaking point. No more. And then there's no more eccentric, genius excuses after that. He's diagnosed, spent time there, never truly stabilized. And that is where it all fell apart soon after. Bandmates devastated. Yeah, dude, it's like,
Oh, there's one other story I forgot to tell you.
What do you got?
Columbia Records comes out to San Francisco to the Avalon ballroom for their big record release party, and have a bunch of orchids that they're dropping from the ceiling, and they hand out bottle of wines with the label Moby Grape on them. No corkscrews, because believe it or not, the Avalon did not allow drinking, even though there was crazy drug use in there. But when they dropped the orchids, everyone started slipping on the ground as they were playing the records. And it was supposedly a scene. And then later that night, 3 of the band members were arrested for consorting with minors. That means fooling around with young girls.
Oh, good God.
Moby Grape.
And which is so funny because fucking Jerry Lee Lewis, Elvis. I mean, go fuck yourself, dude. Like Jimmy Page. They're creeps. They're all creeps.
They're weirdos. Isn't there a song about them? They don't belong here.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
So
anyway, yes, that was that's too bad. That is too bad. I would like to have seen what that band could have done. But
did anybody go on to do anything?
No, they keep reuniting every few years and doing, because they have a fan base of people, older hippie guys and young rockers who are into vinyl. They love these guys. They're good. They're good musicians. They could sing. They could play. It wasn't like a bunch of burnouts.
Yeah.
And
I mean, the thing is, though, it's like Skip. So Skip died in 99 at 52.
Yeah, he has a son, I believe. Yeah. They're all, this generation. Go ahead.
Skip, dude, if I'm wrong, fucking may I be stricken down. It looks like he played. Yeah, dude, he played. He was in the band The Other Side before Marty Balin. Yeah. Recruited him to be the drummer for Jefferson Airplane.
Yeah, this is before. Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
He's from Canada, if I'm not mistaken.
He is. He's from Canada. He is from Canada. Played on this on Surrealistic Pillow, which is the record that we did, if I'm not mistaken, on the pod. Let me just double check this math. Yeah, dude, he was. Oh well, no, he's only the drums on "Don't Slip Away." Before, I guess Spencer Dryden was the main guy, but yeah, dude, this guy.
An Airplane is what you're talking about.
Jefferson Airplane. He also played with, it looks like, Quicksilver Messenger Service.
Yes, briefly, I did see that. But again, Quicksilver, as when we went deep into that band, there were so many members of that band. It was more like an amoeba that was constantly changing shape and adding new particles to it. It was,
interesting.
Yes, he was in Quicksilver. He definitely.
Yeah, and so this looks like he lost his shit, and just what it is what it is. But dude, Omaha, like I just saw this. Omaha is Rolling Stone magazine 100 greatest guitar rock songs of all time.
Yeah, and that's mainly Jerry. Yes, it's they had great interplay between the guitar. It kind of reminded
him, Jerry, and Peter. Yeah, it's Skip too.
Yep.
2.25. I would call it 2.25 red hot minutes.
I love how short their songs are. They're just like they get in, they get out. I do like Omaha. I mean, again, that was their biggest, I got to 88. So, and people still like that song. So it's not like they're ignored. It's not like this is a completely ignored band, but they are maybe one of the biggest, if not on this list of the what ifs, cautionary tale. It's everything what you said at the beginning.
Because I'll quote this, and I'll agree with any of this. I would say this is not mine. This is Bill Paris of Brooklyn Vegan in 2017 said, "This album, it's full of breezy jams. Yep. Killer harmonies, 100%, and then impeccable musicianship, and a whole bunch of instant classics. The last part, I mean,
right.
It's a little."
What was it? What was the magazine he's writing for? Vegan magazine?
Brooklyn Vegan? You don't know about Brooklyn Vegan?
Tell me about it. Is that?
I just know it's an Instagram account that I follow sometimes, and they'll be like, this guy was performing in Brooklyn, or this is going down here. It's a music thing. Yeah, it's like a one online music blog.
Because I used to read Staten Island Gluten magazine for years.
Which is so funny because I read Stamford, Connecticut, Celiac.
Oh, okay, yeah. They get some good writers. And
then I have I listen to Bethesda, Maryland, Gird.
Oh, Gird.
Gird.
This is called comedy math. You just plug in the take from here, figure this column.
Then a guy right here, that right there, shift it here. It's what you're doing. It's like Tom Cruise in Minority Report. You're just all right, skip that, get rid of that. There it is. Gird, put that there, and they need a place. Bethesda. All right, here we go. What's a funny name? Bethesda. Chevy Chase would have been funnier. Chevy Chase. Yeah, I know. Chevy Chase. All right. Anything else we need to talk about? Oh, I want to get this from you. What's your favorite movie of the year that you've seen?
Well, of this last season of the Oscar season, let me just say that there's a little movie that's nominated for Independent Spirit Award Best Picture, and it's slightly.
What is it?
It's called The Plague.
I saw it. 2 days ago.
What? How did you see it? How did you see it?
I saw it at a theater in Milwaukee.
Oh,
the AMC. God. I loved it. Big J and the people I was with did not like it. I loved it. I thought it was so. Yeah. I thought the pacing, and I thought the filmmaking, and I thought the director, I thought the editing, I thought the acting was phenomenal. Everything.
The bully. What about the bully?
The mise en scene, dude. The acting, dude. The three actors, the main guy, then the bully. The bully stole the movie. The bully is so charismatic. He was so charismatic. I'm going to make an argument
that is the best bully ever portrayed on film. Better than even Kiefer Sutherland and Stand By Me. I feel like because here's my argument. And again, this is a movie no one knows about except the two of us, but is that he's like the Hans Gruber of bullies in that usually the bad guy is like a bad guy. You hate him. He's a thing. He's got a punchable face. He's, he's
so likable.
this guy's charm. The kid was charming. He was smiling. He was smart. He was and he was an evil genius. I loved it.
He was like
Couldn't
arguing with the teacher that time,
Oh,
and he was like, and everything he said was right. You're like, the kid's right. Like,
it was like he ran circles around Joel Edgerton. Oh my God. All right. So they didn't like it. Okay, interesting. That's my favorite one of the thing. Even, I liked One Battle After Another, and I
Sure.
liked, Sinners, and the other one with the but nothing's like, there's been no movie that's blown me away this year.
yeah, I mean, the movie that blew me away is Weapons.
Weapons. That was the other one I was trying to think of. But even Weapons, Weapons should be called the worst police department in America. Like, there's one, you're not going to investigate the one place where.
Well, they did, but she sent him off. But why? You're saying why wouldn't they go back? Like, I guess that
there was no footage of any of those kids walking to that house.
I know, with all the cameras and stuff. There was a lot of plot.
No, I liked it. I liked the movie a lot.
Minor suspension of disbelief.
Okay.
But and not to ruin the movie if you've never seen it, because I saw it. If I would have seen that in the theater, because I was in Europe when that came out, if I would have seen that, that's my favorite movie of the year. That's my favorite movie. Weapons was it's not the best movie, but it's my favorite. And if I would have seen that in the theater when that ending happened, I would have stood up and cheered. I would have been like, because I love that director. I think Barbarian was incredible. I think Weapons was amazing.
Okay. I liked it. I liked Weapons.
Yeah, Avatar was good too. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
I haven't seen that. I can't get into those movies.
Super entertaining, always great. IMAX 3D, blah 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 blah. But I did like, and I said to Big J and them, because they were just like, I was like, what do you give it out of 10? And they were like a 2. And I was like, how would you give that a 2? I was like, if you take the acting, the filmmaking, the pacing, I had no idea what was going to happen the entire movie. The ending, which really made me, I mean, I didn't know if I liked the ending as much as I was just
not great. It's not great. You're talking about the plague, right?
The plague. I accepted the ending.
Mm-hmm. By the way, this is a first-time filmmaker, AFI student. Like,
great job. I'm excited to see the next thing he makes. It's like Ari Aster kind of.
Oh, he's already got a new movie. He's making Mickey Madison's next movie. Mikey Madison. She won the Oscar last year for.
I know who that is. I've seen everything. I've seen Marty Supreme. I thought that was fine.
I liked Marty Supreme. Again, all of these are very well-made movies. They just didn't blow me away. But I might be at the point in my life where I've seen too many movies. I'm just like, it's hard. I've been worn down by it. Okay, you want to rate these songs?
Sure. What do you got?
No, ask me the question.
Here, let me pee real quick, and then we'll wrap. We'll get to the finale stuff. Okay. Hold on, I got to pee so bad. I want to get this out of the way. Hold on.
All right.
Give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
Been looking up this cat, the guy, the manager, this Jabroni.
Oh yeah.
He's a story and a half. I don't know. It's just like just reading like his stuff.
I know it looks like his name would be Katz, but apparently it's
Kate's, yeah.
But it looks like it should be Katz. Should be
pictures of him too. Like these.
No, I haven't seen. What is he?
Oh, I was like, while you guys were talking, I was just just looking him up.
You know what? You know what? I ordered it from China, and it should be, or it says it's arriving today. I get all those jerseys.
Yeah.
I got a Len Bias Maryland jersey arriving today. Yeah, because I always like to buy like all Maryland stuff, or like DC. Yeah, of course. So I've got I got a Mutombo Georgetown away. I've got a Iverson home Georgetown jersey. I've got a bunch of Wizard stuff. I got a Jordan blue jersey. I don't have any of their new ones, but I'm hoping if they get Trae Young in this trade, then I think I'm going to buy a Trae Young jersey, even though he's only going to be here for like 1 season, probably.
I think it'll be 2. This
maybe, dude. We're playing great right now. We're
a couple of young studs. Yeah,
we're 6-4 in the last 10, and we're 9-10 in the last 20. Which it's crazy because I'm starting to get into it where I'm like, all right, we're into this. And listen, are we going to make the playoffs? Fuck no. But is it like, just as long as it's not just getting blown out, and we're
no.
Dude, we got,
no. They're they are not a bottom feeder at all this year. They got some young studs over there.
Well, you can't chunk it anymore. You can't throw the whole season. You can't throw the season anymore because it doesn't make a difference. Because fucking
right.
Dallas is going to get the #1 pick. Whoever fucked up, the NBA is going to rig it to give the team that got screwed because of their.
I'm trying to remember the name of that girl who played for University of Maryland. There was a Jewish girl, Shay. Oh, it's just.
Hold on, I know about. I know the guy. You mean the Jewish guy that got? He eventually went to Towson because he eventually went to Towson because he wouldn't play on Fridays.
Yeah, no, I'm talking
Jewish Jordan. They called him.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about that. I mean the Maryland men won with that
Juan Dixon, Steve Blake.
With Juan Dixon, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that incredible steal, one of the greatest I've ever seen in NCAA history. But the women also won it with. Oh, I can't remember those two girls. One still was playing in the WNBA a couple years ago. That's really sad. But there was one girl who was from Shay something was her name. She was from Israel, and her dream was to play American WNBA. And she went to University of Maryland and was on that championship team. And I remember her parents were told that in order to play at college level, she's going to have to play high school in the United States. And she ended up going to a high school called Christ the King. That is the name of the high school. It's a private school. And she ended up going to Christ. I was like, Jewish girl at Christ the King. That's best.
Hilarious.
And then she ended up playing on Maryland. She was on that team. Shay, I can't think of her name. And you should get her jersey or the star from that team. Maryland's had some good teams.
Yeah, they have. I mean, I'm not, dude. It's weird. I'm kind of fallen out of college basketball until the NCAA tournament.
Okay.
Yeah, it sucks, man. I used to be so into it. I used to be such a Temple Owls fan because of my dad, and then Maryland. I didn't go to Maryland. I went to Towson, so I was like in, but I was out. And I have friends that went to Maryland, and I still root for them. I have friends that are still I'm on a text chain with that. They're all going to the games and they still give a shit. I just like the jerseys. I love jerseys. You know, I just bought in. I was in Milwaukee this weekend, and I went vintage shopping like I always do, and I found what did I find? I found a Larry Johnson Charlotte Hornets purple. So I guess an away jersey. Grandmama, and then I got a Shaquille O'Neal Orlando. Mm-hmm. I would never wear a Shaq. I would never wear a Lakers jersey ever.
My favorite is when Chick Hearn would call him Shaq O'Neal. It's like, no, it's either Shaq or Shaquille O'Neal. It can't be Shaq.
Yeah,
O'Neal.
It's Shaq. Who calls him Shaq O'Neal? It's like Josh Adam Meyers. It's weird. It's like
Shaq O'Neal.
Shaq O'Neal.
I remember calling him. It's funny. Anyway, all right, let's do the breakdown. Let's do it.
All right. So
by the way, Alex, I think that's his name. Alex, who's the engineer on this.
Oh yeah, Alex, come here. Come back in.
Yeah, he said that he was looking up a little of Mr. Katz while we were talking. What do you got for us?
Yeah, what do you got?
I mean, this guy's he's a nightmare. I get these wild pictures of him too. Let me see if I can pull it back up again. Hold on a second.
Can I announce something really big that I don't know if we should wait until he's on the show, but Alex, do you know about it?
I don't know.
About Jeremiah? Don't say it.
No, I don't.
Wayne, do you know about you don't
I know I know we have the same manager, but I don't know. What?
Jeremiah Watkins? No, not Watkins, Jeremiah Tittle, the other guy, the other engineer.
I was thinking of Jeremiah Watkins.
No.
You could be on the show. What are you talking about?
It's fun. No, he I think we might cut this. So he got married.
Okay. I thought somebody like something big in show business.
He got married.
We go.
Is not big. Jesus. Okay. All right.
Not
You
compared
jaded
to-
fucking. All right.
compared
Here
to-
we go. Who is this? This is Mark Spitz.
This is him. This is the guy.
Let me see it. Can you zoom in?
Okay.
Because right now it just looks like
Yeah.
an amalgamation of like 9 people. It looks like what China did to the movie
He's holding
together.
up the
Oh, he's holding up the album. Yeah, there he is. Okay. Oh, yeah. I see
All
what
right,
you-
zoom in. Is that Fu Manchu? He looks like from this
Yeah, I mean, really.
from this far away. Can I say this? From this far away, he looks like it looks like what I was. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say it looks like what Steven Seagal has kind of turned into.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he looks like a Shylock Jew, a gypsy.
Jesus.
Look, how can I rip these boys off?
God, it's so sad.
What else you got? What else you got, Alex?
It seems they were at least able to get back the rights to their name, which they can.
What about
perform under.
what about more important than the name? What
It's a little
about
bit
the
because
publishing?
of the there's music rights are complicated, right? You got your writing rights, you got your publishing rights,
Yeah.
your mastering rights, and all this stuff. So like the California Superior Court apparently gave them their rights back, but he contested it up until his death apparently, and so they still can't really like release it. I don't know if he's got offspring that are continuing the legal fight now that he's dead. But as of 2006, they technically have the rights to their songs, but he's
Still in the courts. Still in the courts.
You know what this
yeah, I mean,
reminds me of?
the appeals court held it up. Apparently, the appeals court held it up, and so that they technically, according to the courts, they own their music, but he still made it a bitch and a half for them to.
So you know what this
Well, I'm
reminds
sorry,
me of?
guys.
What?
No, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
you're talking
I'm
about them. I thought you were
those
about to
guys-
say I'm getting out.
No, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry.
This reminds me of you know what it reminds me? It reminds me of Richard Ashcroft from the Verve and that song Bittersweet Symphony is that they did, use a little bit of the Rolling Stones song and something else too. And then one of the managers for the Rolling Stones, or a guy, he was the one that held it up for years, where the Stones were like, dude, it's your song. And eventually
Right.
that guy died. And then finally he got everything back and he can get paid for the song now. But it's already past the point where it like was as
Right.
popular as. But I'll say this: maybe I think he made some money during this Oasis tour, because that definitely put a lot of attention on him. What do we got? Let's see. So, Hey Grandma,
That might be my favorite cut on the album.
which is it's
Or
it's
the
a
first
it's
one.
the politest. I wrote the politest rebellion imaginable.
It's like, hey, you think it's gonna be about the cops? It's like,
Yeah.
Grandma.
Like softest way to say you're wrong.
Right. We're going after the man, Grandma.
Yeah, Grandma.
I know it's a weird, but I really.
This
like
is you. This is you. This is politeness as
Yeah, this is
camouflage for
Federman,
judgment.
yeah.
Yeah, this is the hey Federman.
So good.
Respectfully, I disagree with every adult I've ever met.
Right.
Good song.
Yeah.
I'd say very good song.
One of the A-sides of the 5 singles.
One of the 19 singles released on the day it was released.
Right. As everyone's listening to Sgt. Pepper's over and over again, they put out Hey Grandma.
Yeah. And Mr. Blues was just a straight blues track.
Yeah, that's the bass player. Yeah.
But it also felt, if this is a psychedelic era, it doesn't feel like it fit in.
That's what I'm saying. They're not really a psychedelic band.
Mm-hmm. Fall on You, pretty aggressive in my opinion. This is confrontational, sexual.
Mhm.
Let me see what else I got about it. What do I got? Hey, Grandma. Just like that. Fuck it. Fucking hell. Hold on. Here we go. Okay. My nose is getting stuffed up. Which one are we talking about? We're talking about Mr. Blues?
No, we were past
Fall on You?
Yeah. 13.
I don't like that. Hold on. Where did I write all this shit about? Hold on. Here, I might be it. Ooh, hold on. Fall on You. Calm. I wrote calm. Calm confidence. I don't know why I wrote that. Let me see. I think I wrote some other shit. What do you think?
There's other songs. I thought we were just going to do the ones you make out to, the ones you can.
Oh, you want to do? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought we were going song by song.
No, we don't have to do that.
Okay, well, I would say this, if just to sum this up, Fall on You is a song has the confidence of a guy who's not famous, but yet but he's already annoyed. Who's not famous yet, but he's already annoyed. Yep. Not arrogant. Yeah. Sounds like someone who's right, but they're just tired of explaining it. That's you, Wayne. Quiet confidence and loud insecurity.
Oh my God.
All right. You want to do the finals?
Yeah, let's do the finals.
We went way past your go time. You're an hour. Once an hour hits, you're like, get me the fuck off this show. All right. I think you already said it. Favorite song on
first song.
First song. Yeah. Why is that it? Why do you think?
I just think it sums up the band perfectly. The interplay between the guitars is just everything. The vocal harmonies. It's hard hitting. It's a shuffle blues. It's like it's just great. It's just again, really I don't like this way. Particularly love the way this album is recorded sonically, but it's really. I love it. That's it. Yeah. And I like a number of songs on this album. Yeah. It's not the biggest hit off the album, isn't it?
At all. Would you skip over anything?
Oh. Yeah, let me look at maybe Sitting by the Window. I didn't think was a great song.
Sitting by the window. You ever listen, dude? You know how to play Life on Mars on piano? Is it hard?
No, it's not that hard.
I'm trying to figure it out, right? I really want to play it. It might be my favorite Bowie
evocative. It is really
evocative. Yeah. They love fighting in the dance hall. Oh man, look at those cavemen go.
There's a version that Jimmy Fallon sings with who's the piano? Oh my God. I can't remember that dude's name. And it's not the guy from it's the guy from who does OK Computer. What is that band? I know that sounds stupid.
Who does what? OK Computer? Radiohead?
Yeah, the Radiohead guy. What's his name?
Oh, Tom York.
Yeah. Yeah. I believe maybe it's not. Anyway, forget it. Just cut that out. Just cut that whole run out. That was insane.
Why?
That was the worst thing I've ever done.
All right. It wasn't that bad, but
It was bad. It was bad.
Nah, it wasn't that bad. It was not that bad. You've done worse, trust me. All right.
That's the sad truth.
We all have, dude.
Yeah,
anything you skip over?
Well, I mean, no, because it's like this is the album of the thing. I guess if I was going to skip over a song besides the one that I don't like, Sitting by the Window, maybe Someday. There's a song called Someday, which was the B-side of Omaha, their biggest hit. I don't love that song.
Interesting. Fuckable record?
Well,
would you neck to this?
No question. 805. 805 is beautiful.
Yeah, I could see that.
That's when she's leaving. 805. It's really good.
Listen, it's not a bad record.
No,
I don't care what anybody says. It's not.
Look how high. Look how many great albums are below this.
I know.
record.
I know. That's insane.
Think about it.
That's insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then you want to put the stamp of approval of why we're talking about this, why someone should listen to it. How do you sum it up? Like all that jazz.
Well, look, it's really curious. It's not like Quicksilver Messenger Service, which was very much a psychedelic band of that era in that time at the Fillmore doing these shows. Yeah. They were like this. I guess it's a sort of I hate to use the word tragedy because it's not a tragedy. You're in so many bands never even get to, record or anything. And they recorded a lot and everyone knows their name and they're on the Rolling Stones top 500 albums on both lists. And they're also, one of their songs is a top 100 guitar song. So it's not like it's just it's the great, what could have been band. I think, of the late 60s. No question.
I know what could have been, man. What
Yeah.
could have been. I don't know. You know, I mean, dude doesn't lose his mind, and they don't have the guy that rips him off, and they don't release 5 singles at once,
And they don't flip
and
off on the album cover, and they don't fool around with teenagers at the release party. And if they don't,
I mean, it's
yeah,
just what a shit sitch, dude.
yeah, then maybe they would have kicked in.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, and maybe if they didn't have a manager that stole their name, it's literally like, it's almost like the devil. You know what I mean? Where it's like somebody
really
stole your soul. Like, I'm taking your name. It's like a Disney thing. Like,
oh god,
you don't even have your name anymore.
Wow.
That's my take. What is your take on it?
How do I sum this up? Let me see. How do I sum this up? You know, I think I said at the beginning, this is the record of wait, who is this? Like, you know, it's like what happened to these guys? It's just this is everything you said. This is a how do you it's like
Maybe we should call it, what did you, or I like what you said earlier. Maybe this band was formed over the Indian burial ground.
And as I said, they decided to be a band at a diner that was built over an Indian burial ground, and it was like, yep, you guys want to do it, and then the ghost just latched onto them.
The spirits are like, not today, guys, not today.
I mean, this is what happens when you'd say 5 extremely talented, sane people show up with no mental health problems and a great manager, zero ego, a label that really gets them and has incredible
huge
ideas.
Label. This isn't some knockoff little. This isn't King Records. This is Columbia. It's one of the oldest legacy music labels in the history of music.
Yeah, I think you know what I think it is? I think that the tragedy of this record isn't that it failed. It's that the tragedy is that it's actually worked perfectly. It's just the world didn't know what to do with it.
Yeah, it was just one. I hate to say it was just one comic misadventure after another, or tragic, however you want to say it.
This
album,
album,
it gets to the point where it becomes comic after a while.
I mean, it's dude. This album is all talent, no marketing, and a nervous system. Like it's
and maybe the fact that they were named after a joke, like. Although Led Zeppelin was named after, like, someone was like, oh, that band will go over like a lead balloon. They're like, well, we're going to call ourselves Led Zeppelin.
It's like, hold on. I'm trying to see if I can, I keep trying to find, hold on. Yeah. I guess, I mean, this is what proves when success and greatness are truly 2 completely different things. You know what I mean? It's really, you can't.
But there is a record of them. Like, this record does capture them, and that's not that's nothing to be scoffed at. And they're still being thought about.
We're talking about them.
We're talking about them. So it's like you think of all the bands through all the years. It's, I don't know why I'm making it a great tragedy. It's just a great what if, I guess. I don't know.
I listen. I think it's an incredible tragedy. I think there needs to be a doc about it. I think more people need to know about it. And I think this is one of the most fun, factual episodes we've ever done. You know what I mean? So I reached out I said to Judd too. I go, yo, do you want to do Janice Joplin with me and Fetty? So I would have you on too, just to be the mustard cutter.
All right.
Why not?
No, it would be good. It would be good.
And then that would be funny, because then people will listen to this episode the next week, because you won't be labeled on that one. Judd will be doing all the heavy lifting. You'll just be there just to be like, hey, Fetty, he's the guy. And then they'll listen to this episode, and then they'll be like, oh, this is where it happened. Yep. Promote away. You mentioned it. Sundance Film Festival. Maria Bamford. Yeah, Maria Bamford, guys. Come, respect, check. Follow him.
But, and especially Mel Brooks on HBO, the 22nd of January. HBO Max.
Yes. Oh, I can't wait to watch that. Cannot
Can't
wait. We'll promote the shit out of it. Fetty, you're the man. Thanks
All right,
again.
thanks, brother. All right.
All right. So where's he at, Alex? We're done.
Yeah.
We're done.
Yep,
Jeez.
yep. Okay. So